All right, everyone, welcome to the second screencast for Chapter 7. We're actually going to start now into our voting rules. And we're going to start with two that are very familiar to most of us, especially the first one, plurality rule and plurality runoff. So again, just to remind you, here's our set of voters. Each one of these is a different strict preference ordering. So this is preference profile number 1 or strict preference ordering number 1. This is the strict preference ordering number 2, and there are 18 people who feel this way. So let me just talk about number 3 here. There are 10 people who strictly prefer Reese's Cups to Baby Ruth, to Lindt Truffles, to Skittles, and their least preferred is Hot Tamales, and that's a strict preference ordering. This stuff in green here is for approval voting. We don't really need it here in plurality rules. So let's make these folks vote, and let's see what happens under plurality rule. All right, so everybody is going to, this is just that same table, and what I have here is that everyone is voting for their top choice. So the top thing in their preference ordering. So Hot Tamales gets 18. There's no other group here that votes for Hot Tamales, so there are 18 people, it gets 18. Baby Ruth is listed once as a top choice by 12 people, so it gets 12 votes. Reese's Cups listed only one time by 10 people, so it gets 10 votes. Skittles is listed only once as a top choice by this group here, group 4. There are 9 people, so it gets 9 votes. And Lindt Truffles is the top for both these last two groups. There are 4 people in this group, 2 voters in this group, so 4 and 2 is 6. So here is the plurality rule. And in plurality rule, the alternative with the most votes wins. All right, and that's it. That's how plurality rule works. So now you know how to run plurality rule. You just count up the number of top choice votes. All right, so now let's look at something a little more complicated, plurality runoff. So plurality runoff, you run the first round. You run this same vote, all right, where Hot Tamales won. Except that's just round 1. And so notice the vote totals are the same, because everybody's top choices are the same. All right. So in the first round, it's Hot Tamales 18, Baby Ruth 12, Reese's Cups 10, Skittles 9, and Lindt Truffles 6. All right. Then before the second round, you just eliminate all the choices but the top 2. All right. So you eliminate all the choices but the top 2. And then you rerun the vote. All right. So it's between Hot Tamales and Baby Ruth. Right? So group 1 here, well, their top choice is Hot Tamales. So they're going to still vote for that. And there's 18. The second group, their top choice is one of the 2 remaining choices. So those 12 are going to vote for Baby Ruth. This group, the third group, well, their top choice was Reese's Cups, but it's gone now. So they're going to move down. And look, their second to top choice is Baby Ruth. So those 10 are going to vote for Baby Ruth. So we have 22 so far for Baby Ruth, 12 plus 10. All right. Then this group number 4 here, Skittles has been tossed, Reese's Cups has been tossed, Lindt Truffles has been tossed. They're going to have to vote for their second to worst alternative, but they will, and they'll vote for Baby Ruth. And so now that's 9 more votes for Baby Ruth. So that's 22 plus 9, that's now 31 for Baby Ruth. Next, group number 5 here, they're going to vote for their second best choice because Lindt Truffles is not in the set of choices anymore, the alternative set anymore. So they're going to vote for Baby Ruth, that's 4 more. And then the same with these 2 over here. Again, they're having to go all the way down to their next to the least preferred option, but they don't like Hot Tamales more than Baby Ruth, so those 2 will vote for Baby Ruth. And so when we add all those up in the second round of the plurality runoff, we get 18 for Hot Tamales versus 32 for Baby Ruth. So Baby Ruth is the winner under plurality runoff. So notice something. Hot Tamales won under simple plurality. Baby Ruth won under plurality runoff. What does this group actually want? How can we say they want Hot Tamales or Baby Ruth when it only depends upon the voting rule that I used? It's the same people with the exact same strict preference orderings. And yet I get a different group choice depending on the method I use to aggregate their preferences. All All right, so I'm going to break the video here. So this was the end of the second screencast for Chapter 7. We did plurality voting, simple plurality voting, and plurality runoff.